Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam271. As you may remember, Balarama killed Dhenukasura. The kinsmen of Dhenuka, seeing their master killed by the young boy, rushed toward Rama and Krishna with the intention of avenging the death of Dhenuka. Rama and Krishna stood where they were, and as each asura came near, they grabbed him by his legs, and they whirled each one of them and threw them on the trees. Soon the trees, instead of bearing their natural fruit, were seen bearing the dead forms of the asuras on their crests. The celestials were pleased with this action of the brothers. Late in the evening, the children with Rama and Krishna came back to Vrindavan, and the mothers rushed to see Krishna, beautiful Krishna, with his body and his hair red with the dust of the roads, and with his peacock feather fluttering from his head, with his neck adorned with the vanamala, the garland woven of all the wild flowers in the forest, and with the eternal smile on his lips. Krishna was a beautiful vision for which the gopas and the gopis would wait every evening. 170. The Poisoned Lake. One day Krishna went toward the river Yamuna with his friends to graze the cows like every day. Only this day he went alone. Balarama did not go with them. They were all sitting in their favorite spot, talking and laughing and playing. The heat was intense that day, and the cows had wandered on their own with some of the boys toward the Yamuna. Since they were very thirsty, the boys did not think of the spot where they were drinking from. Close by the bank of the river Yamuna, there was a lake, Madhu, as it was called. This lake was inhabited by a dread snake by name Kaliya, and he had poisoned the waters of the Madhu lake. No one who drank water from the Kaliya Madhu could live after. So virulent was the poison. The boys of Vrindavan, in their eagerness to quench their thirst, did not remember the warnings about the danger lurking in the waters, and drank freely of the water, as also the thirsty cows. At once they fell down in a dead faint. The virulence of the poison was so much that the birds which flew across the Madhu would fall down and die. The fumes were so far-reaching. After a while, Krishna noticed that some of his companions who had gone for a drink of water had not come back, and he saw that the cows were also missing. He got up, and with him the rest of the boys. They followed the footsteps which marked the progress of the others, and found that they went toward Yamuna. This was no surprise, since they went to drink water. But the path had deviated a bit, and after a few moments of searching, Krishna saw all of them senseless in a death-like swoon. His dear cows were also lying on the ground as though they were dead. Krishna's anger knew no bounds. He looked at the Madhu. The blue waters of the Yamuna, which had flown into the Madhu, had become black with poison, which had been constantly emitted by Kaliya over the span of several years. The waters were simmering and frothing. So hot was the water, and they all stood around gazing at the painful sight. There arose a cry of lament from other boys. "Oh, misery! Our friends and playmates are dead, and our cows are dead. Without thinking, they have all drunk water out of this Kaliya Madhu. How can we go home without them? How can we live without them? What are we to do?" They wrung their hands in sorrow and despair. Tears flowed from their childish eyes. Krishna stood for a while looking around. The bank of the Madhu had a few trees, but all of them were dead, since the poisonous air had killed all the roots and the leaves had dried long ago. It was indeed sad to see the immense trees all standing stark, without leaves on their branches, like men who were once powerful, but who had now lost all their power and strength. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.